Hello everyone. Hi there. How's it going? It's Teacher Asuka. Well, I'd like to talk about the biggest adventure in my life. What's yours? The biggest adventure in my life is my study abroad experience in Wales, Britain. It was my first experience to live apart from my family at the same time. Thank you for the warmest support of the Welsh government. I studied in Wales for 1 academic year as a scholarship student at the University of Wales, Swansea, currently Swansea University. At that time, the Welsh minister, Mr. Haig, would like about 20 students in and around Kobe area who were those affected by the Great Hanshin Awaji earthquake in 1995 to stay in Wales for about a year to study something useful for the devastated area. He said to us that he would also like to give back to the Japanese people who had supported economically to Wales just after its main industry, coal mine, declined. Speaking of Wales, you may know not only Welsh cakes I showed you in my previous column, but also its famous sport, which is rugby. The Cardiff Millennium Stadium, which is known as National Stadium, was built for the 1999 Rugby World Cup. Cardiff is the capital city of Wales. In addition, every March, the 1st is St. David's Day. St. David is the patron saint of Wales, and he is celebrated on the 1st March. On this day, people in Wales wear one or both of Wales' national emblems, a daffodil and a leek. Across the country, there are street parades that are great fun for everyone with lots of Welsh flag flying. When it comes to my study abroad experience there, I stayed in a flat owned by the university. The flat is in the Llanfwrfylen student village, located on a hill in the north from the Swansea University, so that I used to take a bus to get to the university. The city of Swansea is a university town in South Wales, as well as in the west of Cardiff. Swansea has both sea and uplands or hills. The price of coffee is about 2 to 3 pounds. On these points, Swansea seems very unlike my hometown, Kobe. My flat was a second-story accommodation. On the ground floor, which means the first floor in British English, there was a surgery, which means a clinic in British English. There were 4 rooms, 1 kitchen, 1 dining room, and 1 bathroom on the second floor. My room was one of them. My flatmates were like as follows: 2 Japanese, 1 Singaporean, and 1 Malaysian. They were all women. My Malaysian flatmate was a Muslim. Her culture was completely different from Japanese culture. For example, as for Ramadan, which is a fast held from sunrise to sunset that is carried out during the 9 months of the Islamic calendar. She couldn't eat anything at all in the daytime. Therefore, she always asked me to have a sample taste every dish she cooked before dinner, because she couldn't only have a taste her meal at night. It was a different sort of experience for me to try new Malaysian dish before my own dinner. Trying to Malaysian dish itself was my first experience at that time. It was spicy for me because of putting lots of red and green peppers into her every dish. Her friends used to come to my flat to have dinner with all her friends until midnight. One day, I provided a Japanese dish like okonomiyaki, a Japanese-style pizza, to them for an international exchange. But they refused to eat a piece of them. Why was that? The reason was the ingredients I used were not for Muslim people. They were not allowed to eat them if they'd like to do so, because I didn't get all foods and ingredients at the Muslim shop. They told me to buy all the ingredients at the Muslim shop so that they could eat the meal I cooked. Next time, I bought some ingredients at the Muslim shop and provided to them okonomiyaki again. They were happy to eat them completely. I was so relieved this time. I enjoyed staying with my flatmates in this way. At the university, I studied especially development studies, which is a kind of international relations field and deals with social issues like the international economic disparities between development countries and developing countries. Swansea University has its own center for development studies, so that I decided to study there in terms of making my specialization, as well as being beneficial for the devastated area I mentioned before. As you know, Britain was used to be a Great Britain and had many colonies like Hong Kong all over the world. Therefore, there were many kinds of research or studies relating colonialism in British universities. After the Second World War, a lot of colonies had won their independence. Such historical research or studies about colonialism in British universities turned to be development studies to support development of their former colony areas gradually. In addition, they say that the number of non-governmental organizations in Britain, such as Amnesty International, Oxfam, and so on, is the most numerous in the world. I was deeply impressed by such a drastic and quick change to promote a better world for the future. I would like to give back something good for others through my biggest adventures, like what the Welsh minister Mr. Haig once did. I hope you enjoy reading or listening this time as well. Thank you for joining me. See you next time. Bye for now. From Teacher Asuka.